All right. Thank you all for joining us today for the GPAC post-game press conferences. We have head coach Justin Wieck and student-athlete Charlie Katona from the University of Minnesota Duluth. The Bulldogs are advancing to the semifinals of the 2023 basketball tournament after their quarterfinal win here over Upper Iowa. We'll start off with an opening statement from head coach Justin Wieck and then open it up for any questions. Coach?
Yeah, thanks. Just a great kind of team win, kind of gutty win, defensive win, which isn't always our MO as a program, but these last couple of weeks we've been playing some really good defense, and to hold that team to 61, 27 points in the second half, 31%. They got a lot of guys that can really score, and they've done it for years and years in this league. So, we played these guys twice, both the last 2 years, but here in the Pentagon twice. So we know how dangerous they can be. I thought our guys really rose to the challenge defensively. Wasn't our prettiest offensive game by any means, but a lot of credit goes to them as well. I thought they guarded us well. So just proud of our team. We're finding different ways to win here down the stretch, whether it's offense, defense, different guys stepping up, and we've really found a defensive identity here these last couple of weeks.
Coach, you only trailed by just 2 points in the first half, and you even admitted, you said that you guys just weren't hitting shots, but you were still in it. What was the message at halftime to kind of encourage the guys to say, hey, shots may not be falling, but they're going to come, and, obviously you see the results. So what was the message at halftime to the guys?
Message at halftime, if I remember correctly, was just take a deep breath. I thought, we weren't hitting our shots, but we weren't taking good shots either. So there was a reason why we weren't making them. Thought we were trying to rush and trying to go one-on-one too much. So, the message was, we're fine. We're doing a great job defensively. Let's keep that defensive effort up. And I'm not sure if our shot selection got that much better, but we started attacking the rim a little bit, right? And got some easy layups, got some free throws down the stretch. A lot of people say we flop a lot, but, man, we shoot a ton of free throws, and it's kind of been our MO the entire season. So our guys are physical. They attack the rim like crazy, and there's a reason why we get to the free throw line so much. So, but you saw some guys make some big plays. Kat made a couple of just big-time physical step-through post moves. Blair hits a three, and I'm telling him to back it out, and he just bombs it in. So sometimes you got to have good players make some big plays down the stretch, and there's no doubt our guys did it tonight.
Charlie, you were really the glue for a lot of the game. Drew struggled early on, and obviously he was able to find his rhythm in the second half. But when you guys were struggling to find find points in that first half, you were able to come through with some big time buckets and really keep you guys in it. And then in the second half, just staying steady throughout the second half. What was your mentality coming into the game, and especially once you saw how Drew was struggling? You two obviously led the way for most of the year. So what was how were you guys able to, or rather, how were you able to pick up the slack a little bit for Drew when he wasn't able to find it? And then how did you guys work together once he was able to find his shot?
We just play off each other really well, and like you said, when people are struggling, we have 5-6 guys out there that can always get buckets. So maybe like tonight it was me, but other nights it's someone else. So we always have a bunch of weapons out there, and it was just, it's a do or die at this point. So we had to give it our all out there.
Charlie, just being named second team all NSIC, a game like this, does it, I'm not trying to make it, you don't seem like a big, all about me guy or an accolades guy, but just personally, does this feel like a prove it game for you, here on this stage in the Pentagon, and to be able to play the way you did? Does it feel like, you really proved yourself today?
Yeah. I know I took one of them personal, the defensive player of the year. That one was my goal at the start of the season, and to not get that and then to play a team that got it, I kind of wanted to prove that, we're the team that should have had a bunch more, accolades, if you will, as a team. So.
And then if you could also just speak to, so was there any sort of communication between you and Drew at halftime or in the second half to, were you encouraging him to continue to shoot and continue to find his shot? Because, 1 point in the first half, 17 in the second half, and obviously yourself, you were able to turn in 21 points for the game. So was there any sort of message from you to him or from, any communication between you two to just encourage him to be who he is? And obviously you see the results.
Yeah, we just said stay solid. Just keep doing what we've been doing all year. He's a good player, and he might not have shot well in the first half, but as you saw in the second half, he turned it up, and that's what's been nice, is that we don't need it all the time because we got, like I said, a bunch of different guys that can score it really at will.
Coach, could you describe the luxury of having two players like Drew and Charlie? I mean, obviously, you said that you might not be the happiest with the shot selection, but I feel like when you have talent like you do, there's a bit of a luxury in having that. Could you kind of just describe what it's like having two players such as, Charlie and Drew?
Yeah, those guys are awesome. We've got more than two as well, which has made us special. Andrews has been awesome, player of the year in the league last year, come back from a knee injury, so he's battling like crazy. It was a year ago he had a pretty horrific knee injury on this court, so he missed about 6 months in the off season. And he's doing fine. Josh Brown is borderline all-conference player. Probably could have got something this year. Middleton's been solid for us for 4 years. So there are guys off the bench like Joshua Strong's been phenomenal for us. He's been in and out of the starting lineup, but he gets his 25 to 30 minutes, and that sucker can shoot. He made a couple big threes for us. Meister and Thompson didn't score tonight, but those guys have been phenomenal for us down the stretch. So yes, these two guys are playing at a high level, but we've got a ton of weapons. I think that's what makes us special. You can't, a lot of guys, most teams will key on Blair, obviously, but we got a lot of guys that can score the ball. I thought we did a good job of kind of getting him in some different types of ball screen actions in the second half. And honestly, I'll give credit to him. He came up to me at halftime and said, hey, we've ran one empty side ball screen play all half, and Austin shot a wide open shot, and I'm sitting there thinking like, dang, he's right. So we got some smart guys that it wasn't about him scoring, but it was about him trying to get the best shots we could get for us. He had 3 assists on the night, and we've got so many different weapons. We just got to figure out what the formula is on every given night. So tonight it was those two, but we're a balanced team. We got a heck of a test tomorrow, probably the best team in our league, obviously. So we got to enjoy this one here for a second, and we got a big test tomorrow.
Yeah, speaking of tomorrow, what challenges lie ahead? I know in the last 7 games you've been able to shoot over 50% in all of them. Obviously, you guys have been getting to the line well, something you've been able to do all year. Today, shooting 43% from the floor. What needs to change, or what are the challenges that arise with tomorrow in the semifinal round?
Let's see. Challenges: Sam Maston, Jordan Belka, Jackson Money, Reedy, Dilling, you go down the list, man. They got good players that are playing really well. So they put you in such tough situations with having 5 guys that can just shoot it like crazy from the 3-point line. So, but they're also big inside and can exploit some mismatches. So we've had 2 different game plans twice. First game we had them on the ropes at our place and didn't finish. It was kind of like last night's game for them. Close game all the way through, and they got some dudes that hit some big shots down the stretch. And then in Aberdeen, it was I Hate Winter weekend. I thought they were juiced up. There were 6,000 people there. We hung around for a while, but they were feeling it that night. So we got to go to work. We got to have a great game plan. I got a ton of respect for Saul and those players. They play the right way. Great fan base. I think they call it Walk South or whatever here in the Pentagon. So it's gonna be a battle. But I know our guys are excited for it. I don't mind playing the underdog role a little bit, and let's have a great plan. These guys are going to play hard. There's no doubt about it. And I know since we lost there 3 weeks ago, we haven't lost since. I know our guys are hungry to play them again. Doesn't mean we're going to beat them. It's gonna take everything we got, but we're excited to play against them on this stage. Gonna be a ton of fans there. We have a pretty good fan base here this weekend as well, and it's kind of fun. It's kind of fun to have some of the best teams playing on this stage. This is what it's all about. So our guys wanted to be here. Obviously, today was a big win for us to get that chance to face the best team in the league tomorrow.
Coach, you kind of alluded to it earlier. You have not just 2 players, but multiple players and multiple weapons. Just talk a little bit about Joshua Brown's performance defensively. 5 blocks and 10 rebounds most defensively. Just how big is that going up against a tough Upper Iowa team?
Yeah, I thought he was phenomenal. Basically, whenever Hilmer was on the court, we wanted JB on the court. When Hilmer subbed out, we subbed him out. It was only about 30 seconds each time. He wanted that challenge, and he was doing a phenomenal job. For him to hold, again, I say hold, but he dang near had a triple-double too, so let's not forget. He had 9, 10, and 8, right? So, but to hold him to 3 for 20, I think he's been over 40 points 3 of the last 7 games or something crazy like that. So, and obviously he's the South Player of the Year. So, he did a phenomenal job just kind of trying to dog him all night. It wasn't perfect, but it was a great effort on his part. And then I got to give credit to Kat here, who I think, a lot of guys deserve to be Defensive Player of the Year, so I'm not saying nobody does, but he's right there in that mix. And to hold Duax to 6 points, Duax is averaging 18 a game. So between JB's effort and Kat's effort on Duax, to hold those two guys to 6 and 9 points, that's where it started. And there's a reason why they're at 61 and not 90 like they've been most games. And a lot of credit goes to these guys trying to win one-on-one matchups. Yeah, we had some scheme stuff that I think was good, but schemes are kind of out the window. You got to win your one-on-one matchup a little bit, and these guys did a great job doing it tonight.
Just final question, Charlie. What is this experience like being back here, obviously getting past the quarterfinals, moving on to the semifinals, and then obviously hoping to move on further than that? But what has this experience been like for you as a player?
It's awesome. I love it. It's always fun to come back here, especially tournament time, because everyone's fighting for their bid in the national tournament. And now it's like we want to win the conference, so we're here to battle, and it's always fun coming here.
Charlie, Coach, thank you for your time. Appreciate it, and thank you for joining us here for the GPAC post-game press conference.
All right.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
guys.